welcome back to more Pokemon White 2. So last time, we got to Victory Road but first we did some exploring with Waterfall. I then explored the rest of Route 23, the area with the big strength puzzle, so yeah. And now we're ready for Victory Road. Now I did say I would do a Pokestar Studios movie this part. I changed my mind. The reason why is that I think it'll be easier for me to schedule if I make that movie the last thing I do before the Elite Four. So yeah, I was thinking maybe doing 2 more before then, but yeah, it doesn't look like it. I think with how the scheduling's gonna go, I think that's what we want to do. So yeah. So to start with, we'll just do Drone Avenue. I think we'll do the big stem and small gold later. Anyway. You want a female collect now, alright. I guess the gallery. Let's do that. So yeah. So that's the plan. Yeah, again, we're gonna be going through Victory Road today. That should be fun. It's very interesting Victory Road, so that's why. And then yeah, like I said, I was thinking of maybe doing 2 more movies because again, I did express interest to maybe do all the main story movies in the main story, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. So instead, yeah, we're gonna be doing 1 more, and then those last 2 that we'll do in the post game. So yeah, no problem right there. We got Repel, which is cool. You know, I gotta place a Pokemon now, which I think that's either the Salon or the ring. So yeah, I guess this could be post rank 8, so why not? Yeah, it's not too useful to me, but hey. I didn't get to rank 8, that's a shame. But maybe it'll happen. So again, we already used our rings, at least stat boost. I don't know if level boost count. We don't need them though, because we're already over leveled, so yeah. So anyway, let's go get some stuff here. More shards, I'll definitely take that. And nugget 2, a nugget of information if you will. Dragon Skill is very good, because that's an Iron Out Balls Pokemon, so yeah. And you look at the Daystone 2. Alrighty, so yeah, that's good, that's good. And we did the Salon. What you got for the raffle today? You got the berry juice, cool. Again, he really only gives berry juice, so again, I don't think it's that good of a shot, but hey, I have it, so. And it is technically free stuff for me, so yeah. Because you don't have to like enter the raffle or anything like that, so yeah. Yeah, I mean like, because yeah, something I probably, I haven't mentioned, I probably should have. Even though a shot, is the same, it can have different items depending on who's running it, so yeah. They're like put into like groups and stuff, so you can have like 2 flower shots and they sell completely different things, so yeah, keep that in mind. And yeah, that's kind of why I doubled up on the fitnesses. Now I've become Rings of Colosseum, so yeah. And you might want to double other things you find most important. Like I think before I had like 2 galleries or something like that. So yeah. So do that. Again, I'm kind of looking at this, so yeah. I wanted to just double check what she had. So yeah, level by 1. Happiness, and then stat boost, alright. Again, I think that one's actually pretty good. There's a lot of good things right there. It's kind of like another like fitness right? But anyway, like I said, I mean, it might be sort to do the big steer now and then do the small cool later, but I think I want to make a start with the road first. So, let's go to Victory Road. Yeah. There's a decent amount I want to talk about here, so yeah, let's give it a go. We have 3 new encounters to talk about, and we have a topic I want to share too. So yeah, here we go. So Victory Road. The gimmick of Victory Road, there's like 2 things about it. One is that it's very open. So like yeah, there's many ways you can, I wouldn't say it's like unlinear or anything like that, but the thing about it is that yeah, it feels like there's like a hub area and you can like there's a hub area leader, and it feels like, yeah, you can go, like, all different parts of the map once you have access to it, so yeah. Alright. Let's fight you. You? Who's brought you this far? Of course, my partners, so yeah. So let's get this a go, shall we? We got Jamie here with the drip tool. Alright, so yeah, let's talk about the other things. So the other thing is that the layout is different. The layout is different in Black 2 and White 2. I think it's very similar to Reverse Melon, I believe. Where like you have like some different trainers here too. Like some trainers, I think they are outright different, or they're positioned in different places. So yeah, so that's like one way how it works. So yeah, so there's that. So you need to keep that in mind. And yeah, the layout's slightly different too, as I'll demonstrate later. So right, you get hit by the Earth Power, which is not too bad, but it does load the special defense. Let's go for the nice X's over here and take it out. So there you go, that's definitely one reason I have X's like Ladle, alright. So there we go. Because of its strange type. You get level 62 and we'll have Visual, which yeah, I don't want. So I'll take care move. To rely on Pokemon, probably this size, isn't it? Yeah, that's basically what I said. So yeah. So yeah, with that, Tortbag, and this is a kind of strange road. It does remind me. It does feel a little bit like an old school Victory Road in my opinion too, because again, I think the thing about like the older Victory Roads is that yeah, there were like multiple paths to take, they weren't super linear and stuff like that, so yeah. So that's why. We'll just do that. Antonia is now our lead. And yeah, we have some new Pokemon to talk about. 3 new Pokemon you can add to your party at the end of the game. So yeah. Hey, this leads back, interesting enough. There's a ledge over there. So yeah. We'll see which layout's the easier one. I'm not sure at the moment. I guess I'll find out. Anyway. I have Shrimp here. I didn't mention Flash. We don't need Flash too much in this place. So, like yeah. There's an area with Flash, but you can basically just skip it. And yeah, you don't have to worry about needing to use it to get to the end. So yeah. Oh nice, a Psychic. That'll be good fun, don't you? Anyway, so our first new Pokemon's Golurk. So Golurk is a ground ghost. You are no ordinary opponent. This is one of my ghost type Pokemons whispering to me. Alright, cool. Golurk. So Golurk is ground ghost type, a very strange type, but not a bad type. You have a Tang, alright? Now yeah, unfortunately its abilities are a little bit, I'd say, unfortunate, and the reason why is because it has Klutz as one of its abilities, and the other ability is the one you actually want, Iron Fist. I was actually kind of good on it. 5% boost on punching moves is kind of important for this Pokemon. So yeah. Anyway, as for moves, I think the main thing about it is Earthquake. It gets at level 50, so probably it starts the move too, so yeah. Anyway, Clefairy Ricus, do I want to mess with this? I'll try. I do have a Shadow Pull for it, so I'll try that. So yeah, it basically starts with Earthquake, that's amazing obviously. And yeah, maybe you can use that to contribute in the Elite Four. It might be a little bit difficult because yeah, it does... I mean, it could do well. It's just that yeah, the types of the Elite Four are interesting where yeah, they kind of overlap in some regards, so yeah, so... You might find my premise is spawn and you're no ordinary opponent. So like sometimes yeah, you'll have battles where yeah, you'll do well, and other times yeah, you might get yourself wrecked. It's kind of a weird way to describe it, but yeah. But yeah, Golurk is a bit slow, so you need to be a bit careful of its defense because of that. So yeah, but yeah, I don't mind, you know, ground type Pokemon come in having a play. That's definitely not a bad thing when we're talking. That's definitely not a bad thing when we're talking about Pokemon that basically comes at the end of the game. So yeah. I Union would be best for anyone. Now, yeah, it's got the ground stab sorted out, but unfortunately its ghost stab is the kind of weak Shadow Punch, but at least it does have Iron Fist to try and block the power of that, so yeah, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, it does wish it had, you know, a new physical ghost type move, let's just say. Here's again, if you don't get Shadow Claw, you're basically kind of stuck. So in this generation at least. They do try to fix that in other generations with moves like Force and Poltergeist though, so yeah. Anyway, that's all TMs. I think the main thing I'll see people using is those rock type cartridges, although the thing is that he has Iron Fist. So we have better options. It also gets rock polish apparently, so that's interesting. So yeah. They couldn't win, that's alright. And of course, yeah, let's not forget, let's fly. So if you need a late game Pokemon fly, I guess here you go. So there's that. Not many other moves stand out to me. Again, I think I'm mainly going to be using rock type moves. Again, it gets a like the level up. You're going to use Brick Break, but I think there's better options as well. So yeah. And then yeah, that's one of those mood tune moves. It gets every punch. So yeah, Fire Punch, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, I believe, and even Drain Punch too. So that could be a fun option. It's better than, it's definitely automatically better than Brick Break because of that. So yeah. So that's cool. This area you can use Cotton, which is kind of interesting. You also get an Ultra Ball. So that is neato. Let's see. We got Ronan here. He's gonna get this Ace Trainer. It's not enough for me just to be the go Pokemon. I want to win. So yeah, a lot of good Mewtwo moves if you're willing to shell out the shards. And again, yeah, like I said, yeah, you can never use the punches as some good coverage moves, so yeah. So I'd definitely recommend that. And of course, the stats. 124 attack is not bad. Its other stats are... Oh yeah, I misclicked. Its other stats are okay, I guess. Like 89 HP, 80 defenses, 55 social attack, and speed. So yeah. So again, yeah, it's not bad. Like I think it's pretty solid actually. I wouldn't say it's not bad. Because that's kind of a small compliment, I guess, so yeah. Yeah, it's pretty solid. Again, I don't know if it's that great as a late game Ultra again. I'm not sure how that's going to do lethal, but hey, if you really, really need an Earthquake user, I guess you could use it. Although, yeah, again, we do have, I'm pretty sure we would get, you can get an extra in the Rusting Grass, not Rusting Grass, Dust Clouds. So you could probably just use that instead. Low on health, I'm pretty sure Ice Beam's gonna knock you out, so let's use that. There we go. So yeah, we can just heal out because we got so many Orchid Toads now. How gave me this early? So yeah, again, it's definitely a Pokemon I'm interested, but yeah. With 3 ground types on the team already, yeah, I can definitely see it not being a wise choice. Or 2 ground types. It'd be the 3rd ground type. So yeah. But yeah, it does seem like a very fun choice in this game because of it does seem like a very fun choice because again, it really loves the Mewtwo moves. So I can definitely see it being a recommendation for some people. Anyway, the next 2 Pokemon I'll lay in this dungeon, but I'll talk about them anyway. They're only on the 3rd floor, which is only 1 room in this place, so they're pretty remote because of that. Let's get the info. Alright, there's one of them. Druddigon. The Pokemon that comes before go look at the Pokedex. So Druddigon, I think the problem is the stats. They're not bad. It has 120 attack. That's good for a Dragon type Pokemon. But the problem is that really low 48 speed. Because yeah, you see the problem. 120 attack sounds good, but it's weaker than Haxorus and it's slower than Haxorus. So yeah. So if you want to use, you know, an offensive Dragon type, unfortunately Druddigon's a little bit outclassed, isn't it? The thing about it is that it does have good bulk, it has 90 defenses, and of course, yeah, it does have some niches of its own, obviously. Yes, otherwise it would be completely outclassed. The main things are Rust Skin and Shearforce, there's 2 of these. Rust Skin obviously works well with the Rocky Helmet. You could definitely use that in combination, as we've seen on the trainers, so yeah. And of course, Shearforce. It actually has good type coverage for it. I don't know if it has the best moves for it necessarily, but I want. I'm not sure it has the best moves on this side, but we'll have a look as we go on. I mean, the problem is that none of its Jargo type moves really get boosted, so that's a bit of a bummer. I'm a doctor. Yeah, Poké bad shape. Let me see your Poké battle. Let's look at some of those moves. So yeah, as you probably expect, it does get Dragon Claw level up, which is good because yeah, we don't actually have a TM for that. It even gets Outrage a level 62, which I guess we are close to that level, so that's not a bad option. You know, Superpower will level up, so yeah, I think it gets Crunch too. Crunch is one of those moves that does get the Crunch is one of those moves that does get the Sheer Force boost, if you're wondering. TM wise, the problem is that it's mostly special moves, which it doesn't like using, so yeah, but you can also get Earthquake, which you not gain the boost. Bulldoze does though, interesting enough, so you could use that. You could use that while you're wing on Earthquake, I guess. I think, yeah, the main thing is the mood tuner moves, I think. I did like roughly the same against it, so that's interesting. Yeah, you minimize it, don't matter to me. So yeah, mood tuner moves do seem very appealing for this Pokemon though. Again, it does get the punches, we get Hydro Punch, which is not bad, but I'm kind of happy with this set at the moment. The Chef is fabulous, I'm deeply impressed. We definitely want to fight this guy first because there's a veteran. Like, Pokemon healthy or not, or still in the full health. I think another thing is that the trainers like to use custom movesets, so like they like to use TMs on their Pokemon, so yeah. I aim to be the best of the normal. My first step will be to become the best of the universe. Yeah, alright. So yeah, let's put it behind Lacey. Ronan obviously, so yeah, in terms of Mewtwo moves, Fire Punch is a standout, Thunder Punch is a standout, Iron Head even, yeah, you don't need that in this game. Even Gonk Shot is kind of funny with Shivels, again, you don't need in this game. I think, yeah, that's kind of the problem. Again, the punches are nice, but they're not the strongest moves in the world. Shivels though does kind of make up for that. Wait, you young train over there, look at my Pokemon. So again, yeah, I think it's a fine Pokemon, but this later on, I feel like it's gonna be a bit hard to justify, so especially considering, you know, again, Haxorus kind of outshines it. It also outshines the next Pokemon, but we'll get into that later on. Yeah, hit those again. This is Ramia Skylar once again, so yeah. And it didn't end well for John Tracy back then, so let's hope that doesn't happen. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's mainly everything I was saying about Drogon. Again, it is a bit of a bummer. I think, yeah, if this is a Pokemon you could get like early on in the game, it'd be overpowered, but unfortunately they don't really let you do that, so yeah. It's normally gone quite late in these Pokemon games, so yeah. Second line is a kind of a bummer, I must admit. And yeah, this game, yeah, definitely a big exception because again, its main Dragon Type competition again comes in so much earlier and it's stronger than it, so yeah. It's actually disappointing because if you don't have a Haxorus by this point, what are you doing, right? So yeah. Anyway, yeah, Crobat's your Pokemon, so yeah, we'll give it the shot once again. And yeah, there's a Shadow Ball. Not too bad. Let's give it a good old discharge. So yeah. Alright, so with that done, yeah, let's talk about the last Pokemon here, Xylus. So yeah, I said that, you know, Jirago's outclassed, yeah, not by a Electric Stroke. Xylus is kind of outclassed, but it's a bit more, nuanced, because, yeah. So the thing about this Pokemon is that it evolves at level 64, and that Pokemon is very good, obviously, and it does, you know, stand out from its competition. The problem is that, yeah, it kind of depends on how you view it. Let's look at our team. We are level 62, so technically, yeah, but the thing is it's called level 50, so yeah, do you count using, like, the rare candies and the Droid Avenue to get it up to speed? Because if you do, it really changes your perception. I just saw a great win. Are you the one who kicked it up? If you don't, then yeah, it's just gonna be a Xylus or the Elite Four, and it's not gonna do anything good for you. So yeah, because yeah, the thing about Xylus has Hustle ability, it's a pain to use. So yeah, I would know. So yeah. But yeah. And yeah, it doesn't really get anything like good either. Like yeah, Crunch is like one of its good moves. It does get Dragon Balls. That's very important, obviously. But yeah, again, its moveset's not that great to be honest. Again, it's only really Crunch and Dragon Balls. And maybe Dragon Rush, but do you really want to use a 75 accurate move with Hustle? I don't think so, so yeah. Anyway, that's unfortunate. That Bulldoze. I don't think we get outspent though, but we'll see. We very well could though, so yeah, and that'd be very unfortunate. No, we don't, so that's good. So anyway, back to talking about Silas. But yeah, here's the thing. But yeah, let's look at the other way. What if you do, you know, factor in during avenues level increases and rare candies you have? If you have any to spare. Then yeah, you probably could get level 64 before the Elite Four in that sense. And if you do that, you get High Dragon, obviously. And yeah, let's talk about this now. So High Dragon, it trades Hustle for Levitate. That's very good. He actually has some pretty good matchups to the Elite Four too. Because again, being a Dart type, it's actually good against two of the battles. And he actually resists one too, so yeah. So it could put in some work as a result, so yeah. And again, we just got Dragon Pulse. There are definitely some other good moves with the Mood Tutors, and yeah, TM is not bad either. This thief will also be from far away. Again, we just got Flamethrower, I could use that, let's use Fire Blast. Even Charge Beam, weirdly enough. Thunder Wave even. U-Turn. I think the Vapig is not having a ground type move, but yeah, let's just say it could sort that out. Yes, yeah, some steel types might be good against fire, but if you have both fire and ground, then both of them won't be able. Then yeah, you basically cover most steel type Pokemon then, which is good. That could definitely be something to think about because again, yeah, your both styles are resisted by steel in this game, so that's definitely not a bad thing to think about. So yeah, and we got a Dull Bell here, and now we're kind of. Oh, she wants to look at me. We're kind of at the middle point. There we go. Now we can do Dull Bell. And yeah, we got the perfect team for that. So yeah, let's do it. Something about you reminds that train from 2 years ago. The old Blinding Birds are by many badges. So yeah, now let's look at the Mood Tiers because yeah, High Dragon got a nice boost in this regard. It now gets Dark Pulse without breeding. Yeah, apparently got that as a predictor before, so I guess it wasn't so bad. But yeah, now though, it's very easy to get in the main story. Also, Heat or Air. Heat Wave is technically a thing, but Earth Power is also there. Very good effect coverage for it. So yeah. So let's go for the Acrobatics as the Earthquake. Because again, Earthquake's gonna do very well against that Heat Ball, so yeah. So again, you got a lot of good moves there, and of course, yeah, there's always Shuriku Media. Even Sewer Power's not bad for it either, because it's actually accurate when compared to Focus Blast, so yeah. So that's something to think about. And of course, yeah, let's talk about the stats. Of course, the main thing is that it has 125 special attack, alongside a very good 98 speed, 90 defenses, 105 attack is also very good, and 92 HP. Yeah, all of its stats. Its lowest stat is 90. Yeah, that's. I think that says everything you need to know right there. So yeah, yeah, High Dragon. Yeah, I said it was like an S before in my Black and White playthrough. That's kind of still applies here, but at least in this game, because you're so much higher level when compared to Black and White, especially on Charger, you might actually have a shot at getting High Dragon before the end of the game. So yeah. Again, is it worth it though? Because again, like you get at the end of the game, it will do well, obviously, because again, it's a Pokemon that's low stats on the 90s, so yeah. Yes, I think the cards of power is just like that trainer. Your skills too breathable, it's so bright I can't see anything. Anyway, you can get the armor coin also. So yeah, again, is it worth it though? Because yeah, again, Haxorus is once again the man we need to talk about. Like, yeah, Haxorus is a physical attacker, but remember that, yeah, Haxorus was gone way early in the game, and it probably has been a Haxorus kicking butt for a long time, so yeah. Meanwhile, over here, Hydreigon is only going to be kicking butt at the end of the game. So, yeah. And yeah, it's going to do very well at that. But, again, the value isn't there, really. So, it doesn't have that as much value. That's why, again, it's definitely a good Pokemon, but is it a good choice for a playthrough? Is the thing. Actually, the only reason why you're going to be using as wireless and maybe shoving all the rare candies for it is because you like Hydreigon. Which, I mean, I definitely do. So, but again, that's really why you're doing it. It's not because it's good, because if it was, you'd be using Haxorus instead, I think. But anyway, 1, you're a Pokemon Trainer, 2, I'm an Ace Trainer. But together, it's obvious that we're going to fail. Again, that might sound a bit harsh, but again, I think that availability is important to keep in mind. Because again, if your team isn't very well built before then, you're basically, you're playing like 5v6 kind of. Even though, yeah, most trainers don't have 5 Pokemon, but kind of get the idea. Like, yeah, not having that one slot could be a bit of a problem in certain battles. Like, yeah, as a kind of thing with my team, I don't really have a good system for fire types. So, as you can tell, so yeah, it's not having that, you know, extra team slot to switch that has been causing me problems. So, yeah, so there's that. So that's just something else that you keep in mind too. There's a lot of nuance to just catching up with the other game. Again, I don't understand about the only example. There's definitely been some others, like I mentioned Bagon before. You only got it in the media falls. In Emerald Forest 1, you won, 2 I lost. And yeah, that basically means that yeah, you're only using it for Victory Road. Not as bad as, you know, Hydreigon, but still. And yeah, it was very low level. You needed to get it up to Snuff as well, so yeah. But yeah, you could see yourself getting a very nice Salamence for the end of the game. Again, not all Pseudo Pokemon had this issue, but a lot of them are caught in like basically the last area of the game, so yeah. Or just before the last area of the game. I think of course, that's kind of what makes Garchomp stand. Garchomp's like one of the strongest Pseudo Pokemon, but also, I'm not sure how much I love Pokemon by winning. It's one of the strongest Pseudo Pokemon, and you just get it like at the middle of the game, so yeah, in the Wayward Cave, in Platinum at least. You have to wait a lot longer in Diamond and Pearl still. So yeah. Again, this is an interesting topic to talk about. Again, yeah, there's so many like late game Pokemon that are very good. It's just that again, can you justify using them when again they'll take a lot of effort to get off the ground, you know? So yeah. Again, I feel like at that point you're basically just using the Pokemon because you like it, basically. Which I mean, again, there's no problem with that. But again, that team slot could have been filled up by someone else, so you might have had an easier time as a result. So yeah. That's basically what I'm trying to get at here. It is an interesting topic to talk about, like I said. But anyway. Level 63 for these, you know? I gotta show my love Pokemon if I go and lose. So yeah. I think that's everything I want to talk about that. Again, these options are interesting, but again, like I said, you may have better options before this point. And again, these Pokemon are only going to contribute to Elite Four in the mainstream. Again, that'll be to consider. How do you count post-game content as well? Does that matter to you? Again, for not everyone it's going to, but for a lot of people it does. So these late-game Pokemon may not matter. In fact, yeah, Pokemon you get in the post-game may also be good options. So yeah, especially if you get them like at the start, basically. So yeah. So again, there's a lot of nuance to this. Anyway, let's get Ronan in here, and let's value. I use my second pass to release my Pokemon from its Pokeball. So I told out every Pokemon in the main story now. That's awesome. So yeah. So I think, yeah, I'm going to start talking about my topic. So yeah. I think it's a very fitting one for Victory Road. So yeah, let's give it a go. So I want to talk about how I grew as a person then and now. So yeah. Again, yeah. Like, yeah, I was a very different person when I first played this, and now I'm playing this, I must admit, so yeah. Like, yeah, I do think that, yeah, this game was, you know, very important for my growth as a person too. Like, yeah, again, me and my brother were, you know, playing Pokemon games together before this point, definitely. But yeah, guys, this game did catch my heart a lot. Like, you know, every other Pokemon game. But yeah, it just felt like, yeah, this is like the greatest game I've ever made by Game Freak. Well, that'll go the way you wanted to, I think. Like, yeah, there was just so much I liked, and then when I kept playing it, it just kept getting better and better and better for me. So yeah. So again, that's why, again, this game definitely felt very special to me. But yeah, that's not really what we're talking about here, though. Again, like I said, I've definitely grown a lot as a person. That's a dang sure, so yeah. I think we're not good down here. I can push it all the way down, I can go here. I believe do it like this. There we go. Now we have a way back. So yeah, again, like I said, yeah. Like, yeah. I think one interesting thing too, I can talk about this a bit later, but anyway, so yeah, like I said, yeah. Again, I'm a very different person. Like, yeah, when this game did come out, I was still in school. Why don't you prove to me how much you know Pokemon love? I was still in school, I was still a very lonely person, I'd say. Again, my interests are very niche back then too, so again, it was definitely hard to connect to a lot of people because of that. But now though, I've definitely grown a lot, obviously. Like, yeah, I've been able to do things that, yeah, I wouldn't think possible back then. Of course, yeah, having a job is obviously one of the main things, but also making this channel too. Like, yeah, being able to connect to a lot of people, yeah. Like, yeah, I may only have 200 subscribers, but that's still like an amazing amount though, in my eyes, because again, that means I've been able to connect with 200 people, and yeah, that's something that, yeah, my younger self definitely would have, you know, that's something that, yeah, my own self wouldn't have believed as well. Like, yeah, I definitely did like, you know, videos. Again, I'll talk about that later. So yeah, okay, well, far than we are. That's certainly proven. Like, yeah, again, like I said, yeah, being able to do that, yeah, that's definitely a big achievement, I must admit. Especially for someone who, yeah, was that great socially, and of course, you know, be able to, you know, have friends to chat to as well. Again, that's something I never thought I would be able to do either, so yeah. That'd be too difficult, obviously. Anyway, back here now, so that's interesting. Let's put the repel up. I think I know where I want to stop. Again, I might continue this topic in the next part. As a result, we shall see. But anyway. Yes, yeah, I think what I did was, I think I went straight down in this next one, didn't I? So yeah. Look at the heel, which is nice. Let's double check that, because I think, yeah, we kind of went all we can this way, so yeah. So you can either go up or right. No, I haven't been here yet, so let's go here. This way is kind of interesting, so let's look at that dialogue. I am XT Plasma. And yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not joking about that either, so yeah. So I got May here with a Salt Spell. Alright. Luckily though, I do have the Ice Beam for it. I actually level that quite quickly, I must admit, so yeah. That's nice. Let's go for that. Again, like I said, yeah, Charger, yeah, if you're not playing on Charger, you probably wouldn't be this high leveled, obviously. You probably around the 50 range, high 50 range instead, but yeah, because of Charger, yeah. Eek, you're like that Charger 2 years ago. So yeah, that's how you're getting quite high level there. Now, some people don't love Pokemon if they're strong, and there's some people who love even the weakest Pokemon. Yup. So yeah, let's keep this up. And we can go get this, the escape rope. Not bad. Let's go down here. Let's hit this waterfall now. Yeah, like I gotta show you, yeah, this place is very expensive, I must admit. So we got a cave down there, and that's all we got. So yeah, let's go in here. I think I know what this area is. Yes, I'm pretty sure it's the same in that too, so yeah. So I think, yeah, we want to do it like this. There we go. So let's go onto the water. Now let's keep this up. So yeah, so back to what I was talking about. Yeah, like I said, yeah. Like I definitely grew a lot as a person. And yeah, during this playthrough too as well, you know. I feel like, yeah, I've really come out my shell as well, you know. Like, being able to talk to, like, you know. I think, yeah, like, this battle, yeah, I just realized it's not very good for Antonio, so... Who do I want to use instead? I think Sarita's a good choice for this, so yeah, I'm gonna do that. 2 variants at once. You evolved to come all the way here? Good, I'll reward your hard work by battling with all my strength. Hey, since you worked so hard to get here, how about I be your opponent? Alright then, bring it on. So yeah. Yeah. So I got Claude and Cecil here with a Braviary and a Mandibase, so yeah. This is why I didn't want to get 2 fly types to deal with her, so yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm honestly gonna go for... I mean, I'm actually gonna go... I'll go for Rock Slide, I'll go for the Sprint damage here. Rock Slide, Discharge. And we pass up both of them, which is nice, so we might be able to get some flinches. With the Rock Slide, you don't need it though, because yeah... Don't need them too badly because yeah, there you go. Took them both in one hit without needing to another turn basically, so yeah. And the other Pokemon is an Archeops, Pokemon I really like, and a Caracosta, so both fossils. So yeah, we'll go for the Rock Slide again, and we'll go for the Discharge. And that should do well. Archeops will probably outspeed, but now it's in the fierce range, so yeah, I can't do much. It was a Sandstorm though. I actually might help the Caracosta live though, so yeah, because I guess the special defense boost. Let's see. And yeah, that is indeed the case. So yeah, Archeops went down like a champ right there for its teammate. Unfortunately, so yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. We have Acrobats, we have a Discharge. And that will be that. So there we go. Not bad. Wow, the good strength feels like hot with warmth. Thanks a bunch, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, you got a lot of money with the other coin hit too. I don't know why I ever mentioned this, the Charger gets some money too. Another reason to maybe play it. We got TN93 Wild Charge. I believe it's 90 power electric type move, but it has recoil, so yeah. It's kind of considered an underwhelming move as a result, so yeah. Okay, now we're back at the start. You know what? Yeah, this might actually be a decent endpoint, to be honest. So yeah, and we'll get back to talk about the topic in the next 5 things. So yeah, we've already made some good progress. And yeah, that area that I found, yeah, I think it's explored basically already. So yeah, I think I actually told these 2 people. I don't think I did at least. So yeah, let's have a little chat with them. Yes, I forgot class H, but oh yeah, I already did talk to him, so never mind. Alright. Let's keep the show on the road. So yeah, next time we're gonna be exploring, I think, the rest of it through the road. It might still be a little while, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. So yeah, look forward to that. I'll see you guys again for lunch.